Hey, I'm Bob, totally blind since birth, into Power Rangers, talking about Season 1, Episode 57. This one's called Enter the Lizzinator. It premiered on May 6th in 1994. I'd see it in March or April in 95 around 4:30 in the afternoon among friends after school for the first time. And we all laughed like mad at the monster's Arnold Schwarzenegger voice throughout the episode. I do remember that. So, basic plot of the episode, you got Kimberly's cousin Kelly, a lot of C's there. She's trying out for the Angel Grove Junior High cheerleading squad, and that is another mouthful. She doesn't think her cheers are any good. She's beating herself up because they're not coming out the way she wants them to. She leaves the tryouts. Kimberly and Tommy decide to follow her and bolster her confidence. So meanwhile, on the moon, you've got Rita wanting to kidnap this girl, this cheerleader, because, well, she needs more minions to cheer for her. Not that she doesn't have monsters and putties doing that for her already. Jeez, Rita, what more do you want? Come on. But she's going to use the girl as a distraction while Finster sends the Lizzinator down to destroy the Earth. So we learn that this monster, he's forged from super metals taken from another galaxy. And as I was rewatching the episode for the video review, a whacked out fan theory got slammed into my brain, and I thought, gee, who do we know? Who do we know who forges monsters from metal? Who's conquered several galaxies by now? So what if the Machine Empire cast off some obsolete scrap metal they don't really use anymore, but the metal's good enough to give the Rangers and their Dinozords a run for their money. Of course, the Machine Empire is upgraded since then, I would imagine. So, I mean, that's just a goofy fan theory, but I don't know. I can't not think of the Machine Empire when they mention the super metals. So yeah, Finster, we don't see him making the Lizzinator in the Monster-matic, but we do know that he has experience with forging swords, because I think he was overseeing the forging of the Nasty Knight's sword in Happy Birthday, Zach. So yeah, you got to think Finster is pretty decent at metallurgy too. Anywho, putties are sent down as Tommy and Kimberly are talking to Kelly. They beat the putties back. The girl is captured and taken to a cave. So Jason, he's sent across town by Ernie because Ernie's truck has broken down and Ernie needs him to fetch some supplies. So Jason, being the Boy Scout Ranger that he is, he decides to go on the errand, and he runs smack dab into the monster, and he's got a morph, but this monster being forged out of those super metals, man, he just hands Jason his buttski. So he's flinging Jason around like a rag doll. He's flinging cars around like they're toy cars. He does injure Jason just a little bit, so Jason's got to retreat. They all go to the command center, and they're told that Kelly is kidnapped. Tommy, he's got to stay behind for a little bit. We're reminded that his powers are limited since the green candle is burnt out and all. So the Rangers, they morph into action. The Lizzinator, he can fire lasers from his eyes. He can use his claws in battle, and he's got metal skin, of course. See, yeah, I've got to say this. Hasbro should make that in the Lightning Collection. So if the Lizzinator's skin is shiny, maybe we could get a vac metallized Lizzinator. If not, that's okay. I don't really care about shiny anything. I was just thinking of you guys who appreciate vac metallized parts. So yeah, it's a pretty tough fight. The Lizzinator can summon putties whenever he wants. Jason is on the roof of a car as a putty's driving it. He manages to fly off of the roof just before the monster vapes it with his eye lasers. I remember one of my friends laughing his head off as he described that to me. Yes, Zach, I'm thinking of you if you're watching this video. So I don't know how I remember that way back when, but I do. And, Tommy is summoned to battle using his limited powers. He deflects a boulder at the monster. The monster grows. Dragon Zord summoned. And Lizzinator, Lizzie as I call him, he's flinging it around by the tail. The Rangers have to form the Megazord. And this monster, man, he's just like doing palm strikes. He's firing eye lasers. And I think this is one of the toughest that they've faced in Season 1. Gotta love those super metals from another galaxy, right, King Mondo? So Titanus is brought forth. The Rangers have had enough. They form the Ultrazord. All weapons are fired. And the monster is kaput. The Rangers go to the cave where Kelly is being held. Squat and Babu have been driven off because of her cheering. crafty girl, that Kelly. She gives them a headache, and they just go back to the moon. And she is happy to see the Rangers. At the end of the episode, Bulk and Skull show up during the cheerleading tryouts. We only see them at the end of this episode. I don't think they were at the beginning at all. They just show up at the end. And Bulk starts cheering for himself, but he rips his pants. I don't know how many sets of clothes these two have gone through since the beginning of season 1, but you've got to think these guys, not only do they have detention every day, but they're probably grounded every week because, man, they get food all over their clothes. I don't think Bulk's the only one who's ripped his pants. I think Skull's, I don't know, maybe his shirts and things have gotten food all over them. Maybe he's ripped some pants too. I don't know, man. You guys need to take better care of your clothes. Your parents are probably angry with you. Shame on you. Anyway, Bulk and Skull are laughed at. Kelly makes the tryouts. And, everybody ends the episode laughing at Bulk and Skull. Not to say they didn't deserve it because, well, they do. So next time we're going to be talking about football season. Are you ready for some football and all that old Arkansas talk and how? Anywho, yeah, be here for football season and another one of my favorite monsters. We're going to be talking about Rhino Blaster next week. So yeah, may the power protect you, and I'll hear you guys then. Have a great day.